Toddy, and welcome back, Rebel fans, to episode 23 of the Rebel Nation Conversation. Once again, I am your Rebel Fan 69, and my co-host is the Metal Reel. Together we make up the Rebel Nation Conversation podcast. As always, your one-stop shop for uninformed and non-expert Ole Miss sports conversation.
Unsullied by sponsorship since 2025.
Again, if you're watching us on YouTube channel, you already know where to be, obviously. But for those of you catching us on TikTok, be sure to click that link you see right above me there, and or go to our YouTube channel, which is located at that link up there, youtube.com/@the-RN-Convo. We are once again joined by Mr. Dump Schaefer from down in the Kill, Mississippi. How you doing today, Mr. Dump?
Doing great. How about yourselves?
Man, I'm on the right side of the dirt. Metal.
That's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Metal, how things out there in your part of the country?
Man, just hanging on, coming at you from an undisclosed locations in the woods of Marion County.
Sound like a good place to be.
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, we're going to move on to baseball.
Hold up, is that
kind of just give her?
Is that East Marion or West Marion? That's what I want to know.
East Marion.
Gotcha.
East side, B side.
All right. So moving on to baseball, I'm gonna give a little recap right now. The Rebels. Well, as of right now, the Rebels are now 10-1 on the season. 10-2 on the season, as their two losses came this weekend by the hands of the Baylor Bears on Friday night, and earlier today to Coastal Carolina. But as of last weekend, when we taped, they were still playing, and the Rebels did complete the sweep of Missouri State. During midweek action, they run-ruled Southeast Missouri State in 7 innings, 13-3. Kind of a thing to note about that game, Will Furniss got his first home run of the year. It'd be kind of weird that we got all the way to the game, the 9th game of the season, without Furniss getting a home run. But he got his first one in that one. And then, of course, we went off to Houston for the first time outside of Swayze to play in this Brute Boat Classic. Dump, thoughts, man? Give me some.
Well, let's start with the real bright stuff. In my opinion, I thought we pitched it pretty well, really well in the first 2 games. I think the first
all
game
season
we had 20 strikeouts versus 6 walks or 4 walks or something like that, and then the second game we had 17 strikeouts, 16 or 17 strikeouts with 1 walk or something. So it was that was great. And then today, I don't necessarily think we didn't pitch it as great, but it wasn't terrible. We had 3 errors. We had 3 errors. We had 4 unearned runs today.
Yeah. And Libbert was good today until he wasn't.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He was really dealing well, but then when he got in trouble there in the 5th and started walking batters after batters, I thought 5 really should have had a hook on him after that second batter reached base on a walk.
Yeah, and then he goes
he didn't
walk the third one.
Walked the bases loaded in the, guy hits a double, clears the bases. Well, again, I told you this the last time you were on here with us. I'm not going to live and die with every game and every pitch and everything. I understand what Bianco's trying to do there. He was dealing so well until he wasn't. It's hard to yank a pitcher, but, man, you got to have a better feel for the game. And sometimes that's been Bianco's Achilles heel over the years. You just don't know when to put that hook out there.
he's you know, a third of an inning too long a lot of times. You know.
Well, I think his philosophy is I'll leave a guy in until we give up a grand slam. And then I'll pull him. But then it's too late.
Obviously,
It's too late.
I wish I could argue with you on that because it's more times than not we've seen that happen, but I don't really think that it. You know, it's amazing that.
I thought Robertson came in and wasn't bad. I mean, they weren't bad. You know, those 3 errors killed us. You know, we didn't pitch it real bad. We walked a few more today than today was our worst. You know, walking day, but it's really no different than when Elliott. You know, look at what he did. You know, last week he was. You know, he just couldn't get out of his own way. And this week, he bounced back and did good, but he still walked 4 and hit 2. So he gave up 6 free passes. You know?
Yeah.
So
but yeah, he does waste a lot of pitches. My thing now on Elliott, and I think we both all can agree on it, Friday was his best outing of the year.
Absolutely.
When he got out of the first inning, he was dealing after that. You know, playing really well. And I hate I hate we lost the game because he pitched his best outing and didn't get a win with it. But
we just didn't.
What do you have?
We didn't get a timely hit, and that's what it amounted to because we pitched it great.
Yep.
When you got 20 strikeouts and 6 walks, you can't ask for any more now.
Well, just the line on that game, man. Elliott struck out 11.
He struck out
11 strikeouts. Of course, like you said, gave up 6 free passes, but for the combined, the Rebels struck out 20 in that game.
That's pretty good.
But I mean, yeah, pitching's great. But errors once again proved we had 2 errors on the game. Yeah, what did you say the error count was for the entire tournament, or did you say Dump? I didn't look at it and see.
I think it was 6.
I mean,
6 errors.
We
had 3 today.
That makes 5 right there. If we had any yesterday, whatever yesterday.
I think we had 1 yesterday. Well, Foley made 2 today, and they both cost us runs. I mean, you know.
Now threw it away in that one to Foley's throwing error.
Yeah.
So,
Dump, I've noticed that Elliott does exactly what you said he was going to do. Gets himself in a 9-line bind and then somehow seems to fight his way out of it more times than not.
That's his MO. He has done that. Now, last week, you're going to have one of those days. I mean, he was really bad, but he bounced back this week, but he still wasted a bunch. I mean, he's still wasting pitches, and he gave up 6 free passes, but he gets out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And even last year in the SEC, he did the same thing. I mean, hell, he struck out 110 batters last year with a sub-3 ERA. But hell, he never got out of the 5th inning. Sometimes he didn't get to the 5th inning, you know?
Because he's already sitting at 100-plus pitches?
Absolutely. You know? And he's a grinder, you know?
Yeah,
he's
last week in the Missouri State game, he was only 4 2/3, and he had 97 pitches when they pulled him out. I mean, it was just he didn't even get a decision in the game.
No, and I think he hit 4 batters last week too.
Yeah, one of them with bases loaded in first inning, walked in a run with it. So again, he struggled, but his best outing was this Friday. He had a great outing.
And he still gave up 6 free passes. You know?
Yeah.
But yesterday,
Cade Townsend is the man, I'm telling you.
Ohio State's not that great, but, when you go 2 pitchers, 17 strikeouts, 1 walk, that's textbook. Textbook.
Yeah. And Cade Townsend to me right now is the true ace of this staff to me. I just feel that way. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I watched some of Liberty stuff.
Ray. You know, I told you last week real high on Taylor Ray. You know, and he filled the strike zone too. And these are both mid-90s guys. You know, they're not throwing 90, 91. These guys throwing 94, 96. You know, so.
Yep. I tell you what though, I watched some of Liberty in the early innings today. Man, that dude, that slurve of his is. There's some nasty movement on some of that stuff, man. I don't know if we.
He's good. Like you say, 5 probably should have pulled him, but you know, it's sometimes it's easy being a Monday morning quarterback. You know, you're not sitting in the dugout. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Like I say, I see it both ways, and I'm not going to jump on 5 all the time because of the fact that if I can see baseball logic in the decision he made, whether it worked or it didn't, at least I'm not going to say, well, he made a stupid decision. There's a lot of that goes around. He made a stupid decision. He should have done this. He made a stupid decision Friday night. He bunted Foley. Turns out Foley's the best bunter on the dadgum team as far as execution of it in practice and everything like that. So trying to move a runner over to third with less than 2 outs, because we play with that, in extra innings, you got that ghost runner deal. So you start your inning with a runner on second base in extra innings. Everybody does that. Tries to promote scoring. And Foley just didn't get it. He didn't get it down, but he is the best at executing it out there. But everybody wants to live and eat and shit and breathe on every every call that Bianco makes, and I can't do that. I like to watch. What do we play? How many games we play a year? 52. We got to watch them all.
I saw somebody on the boards posted that Bianco bunting Foley was the worst baseball decision he had ever seen in his life.
Boy, I ain't watched a lot of baseball. That's all I can say. I don't even know who it was.
Well, I mean, I can't say whether it was the right decision or the wrong decision. I mean,
if he's the best at executing the bunt, and you need to get that guy over there with less than 2 outs to try to get him in, you already got the runner because you start the inning with the ghost runner on base. And, if Foley just didn't get it down.
All right. This guy says, dude is the winning run in huge power, and you destroy his at bat. Might be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen Mike make.
Well, that huge power's batting 197.
That's just because
the huge power.
Yeah, you got to hit the ball, don't you?
That's exactly right. So there's no outs. Let's bunt him over. Then we got 2 chances to. All it takes is a ground ball on the right side of the infield. You tied the ball game up. So the logic's not.
There's baseball logic.
What? Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The logic is there. It's there. It just didn't work. So now they're gonna nitpick it. It's like Trump. Don't matter what Trump does, he's gonna get nitpicked for it. Same with Bianca.
Now today,
Kate Townsend.
We had no life whatsoever today. We looked like
just didn't look like we
last year, where you just want to grab them all by the damn throat and wring their neck because there was no life at all. You could just tell.
You can't blame it on the 10 o'clock start because it's 10 o'clock for everybody.
Yeah.
They just play bad baseball play.
It seems to me like, I don't watch it as closely as y'all do, obviously, but it seems like that everybody's trying for the long ball instead of just trying to get on base, man.
Well, situational hitting. We're not good at it.
We're getting on base. We're getting on base.
We're just not getting them in.
Just not getting them in. Yeah, I mean, Friday was a problem.
Didn't we have 3 solo home runs? Yes,
that was yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, 3 solo shots. Dom Decker had 2 of those, and then we had the Brett Mosley grand slam. in the eighth.
Friday was the
That
perfect
kept
example of not getting a timely hit. We had that ball. I mean, that ball game went back and forth. Either team could have won it, and they got the timely hit.
Friday?
We did. You know.
Yeah.
Like you say, we get on base. But getting on base, you got to get them home. And to get them home, all right, we get them over to second. And getting runners in scoring position. I think we were like 0 for 17 or something like that with runners in scoring position. And like you said, all we need then, we don't need you, Mark, to get up there and try to pull every damn pitch. Because they're going to pitch him away. Well, guess what? Choke up on that damn bat and hit it over the right, take it the opposite way. Drive something into that gap, Because he's got the power to do it if we can just, situational type hitting. That's what we need.
Well, that's what Will Furnace is, and he started last year doing that.
Yep.
He's batting, 300 doing that. He's hitting 10, 12 home runs a year, but he's also hitting for 300.
Yep.
And
you can tell some of the. As much as I like Mark, you can just tell he's up there right now trying to pull every single thing coming his way, and take it yard. That's what he's. But anyway.
Well, I don't know if you remember last year toward the end of the year he started hitting some base hits, and he's got to get back in that mentality.
Yeah.
In the
I don't know if.
In the regional and the super and stuff. I mean, in the regional, excuse me, not the super, but and in an SEC tournament, he was hitting some base hits, so he was started to do that, But
yeah,
Speedy, did you see? I know you saw where Parham said something to the fact. I can't find it right now, but he says, as far as the issues with this baseball team, he said, I'd love to have these issues compared to last year's issues. Bottom line, pitching is so much better.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. That's just what I was fixing to say. He's talking specifically about the pitching.
Mm-hmm. With pitching, see, that's the thing. When you got good pitching, the offense, you're going to go through slumps where you're just not hitting it well, but then they'll come around. But as long as you got good pitching, I mean, today's kind of an outlier, but you're going to. It's kind of like good defense in football. You're going to always be within a.
Yeah, you give yourself a chance. You give yourself a chance.
We got to limit the errors in the field and have good and can stay with this good pitching. Yeah, we'll be fine. One thing I want to bring up, Dump. What do you think about? I was kind of looking at the lineup a little bit. Let's leave you to Mark. Let's leave Reuter where he is, but flip flopping you to Mark and Becerra in the lineup, and because. With Reuter hitting the ball really, really well. That's why he's getting all these DH starts. I really think that protects Udemark a little bit. That gives him Udemark would get more fastballs because they're gonna go after somebody. They don't want to put him on back. You know what I mean? I feel like Udemark's gonna see better pitching. I
see. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I see that. But hell, Becerra's hitting 400 plus.
Yeah, I know. It should fit, but if we sandwich is what I was trying to do. Dom Decker's doing okay. He's perfect for the leadoff spot to me. I was okay with dropping Federico back there. And we got to have Federico in there for his playing of center field, even though he got burned pretty bad today.
Well, he lost.
I think that's
going to happen.
I think that's they had the roof open and the sun was just was bearing down on him and it went burning. But anyway, you got to have Federico in there.
Yeah, he would have said. He said after the game, I should have caught that baseball, and he should have.
But I think Fed's batting like what, 180, $180 something. So yeah, you got to drop him way the hell down there.
To defend him a little bit, he was 2 for 3 today.
Yeah. One bright spot, huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you another bright spot. Dom Decker. I think Brad Henderson said it best in the pregame. I don't think we're going to get him to. I don't think we're going to get him to want to get on the bus and leave Houston because he knocked shit out of the ball this weekend. a guy that's not normally a home run hitter.
Now he's starting to see it well, but as good as he hit last year, you knew it had to be coming. He's got to get the right pitch, and every pitch he hit was, coming the low inside part of the plate for a lefty, and he just nailed. He didn't miss him.
Yep. That's the funny thing. As good as he was last year, his first home run ever in college was the other night. Who was that against? Was it Missouri State or was it South? Yeah, SEMO. That was his first one ever in college, and then hits 3 this weekend.
Yeah.
So
we just
2 in the same game.
We didn't hit well. Today was just. They just really need to shut the door on the day and don't even look back. I mean, it was.
Oh yeah. You just got to flush it. So, just a real quick summation that I threw together. But at the start of the day, now I don't have any numbers up to date with the day's stats. So it's definitely going to hurt this ERA, but still, it ain't going to hurt it too bad. Because, like you said, 4 of the runs were unearned. So that's not going to go on the earned run average. But pitching staff was at 259 with a 1.21 whip. And they've recorded 133 strikeouts on the year. And although me and you seeing these errors and stuff like that, and it's just kind of jumping off, our fielding percentage has went up. We were 949 at the end of start of last week deal, and now we're at 966. Of course, that may have went down today with a couple errors today. So again, if we stop striking out and limit the walks on the pitching staff, I think we're going to be just fine going down the line. So,
well, we really hadn't walked. I'm pretty pleased with the walks. Not doing too bad, strikeout versus.
Till this weekend.
But we have got to limit our strikeouts as a team. I mean, we're striking out, probably averaging 10, 11 strikeouts a game.
Yeah. I ain't got the number in front of me, but yeah. Any more on baseball? Yeah. And you know what? That's one thing today, though. We did have a few strikeouts today, but for the first earlier innings today, say through the first 5, we were getting our outs by hitting the ball. But my problem is when I asked you in the text message who was our damn hitting coach. I knew who it was. I couldn't bring his name to my tongue at the moment. But I mean, I was like, man, he needs to start, like Federico especially. Man, why is he swinging? Why is he trying to lift every pitch? He's got warning track power at best, which is a long out.
I don't think he's trying. I don't think he's trying to lift every pitch. I think he's what you're seeing is he's being a sucker for that high fastball, and it looks like he's trying to lift it. Because after you said that, I noticed that the next time he flied out to right field, and, excuse me, I think it looks like he's trying to lift it. I don't know.
We need him swinging hard and level, and hitting some line drives. That's what we need, and let him get on base and use them wheels because he's got them. Him and Golden, I mean, they can outrun daylight.
Oh yeah, Golden's fast, man, and boy, he's. Yeah. I won't be surprised if he starts starting a lot.
Well, he started today, but I won't be surprised if they don't put him in center field if Federico don't start hitting. So, we got to have him in there.
The more bats that Golden gets, he's going to turn on. He's a baller. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
he is a baller, and he even looks the part.
Yeah, he does. And he's a freshman.
He don't look like a true freshman. You looked at him today when he goes up to the plate. He don't look like a true freshman.
Well, that's about all I got for baseball. Y'all got any other things you want to touch on for baseball, Dump? Any stats or anything that I didn't touch on?
No, I just think that like Metal said, Parham said, the difference between this year and last year is obviously the pitching, and I think it's going to as long as we stay healthy, I think it's going to get better. I think we'll, limit some of the walks. But it wasn't bad. This was a great weekend. I mean, I don't think we walked, but in 3 games, would we walk 4 or 5, maybe 10, and that was because we walked 5 or 6 today. So
yeah.
I mean, 10-2, right?
Yeah, 10-2. Upcoming, I guess that's one thing I guess I could say. Upcoming games here, we got Memphis coming in on Tuesday, then North Alabama, and then we host a 3-game series with Evansville, and which is the last non-conference. This coming up weekend will be the last non-conference weekend, and because then we travel to Austin 2 weekends from now to 3-game set.
Games to figure it out. 5 games. Because when this SEC starts, buddy, it's fixing to be a regional.
Texas.
Who is the series with this weekend?
Evansville. I ain't even got a clue. I have no idea where it's from.
Indiana, I believe.
Usually, this time of year we play the northern schools because the only way they can play baseball is to come down here. We couldn't go up there, so it's just too
cold.
Yeah, too cold. Right.
And it's not like Oxford's the warmest place in the world either,
Yeah.
No, but we can play.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving on along, our next little segment, the one we call From the Boards. Metal found this one this week, and I read it, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of scared of it. Recruits are now using AI to doctor their highlight cut-ups. In other words, faking their highlights. Tell us about it, Metal.
Well, just putting together just fantastic looking plays. You ever heard somebody say, man, his highlights are unreal? Well, these guys' highlights are unreal, literally.
Definitely. Literally
And
unreal.
If you look closely, you have to be looking for it, but if you pay attention, you can see that things don't look quite right. Like there's things that just doesn't seem right. But what my worry is that technology, like all technology, is going to get better and better to the point where you cannot look at a video and tell if it's real or not. What does that mean for recruiting moving forward, recruiting services?
I don't know, man. I think it's going to rely 100% on coaches looking at them in real life. Film is not going to do you any good anymore.
It's not going to do you any good.
I tell you who'd be good to ask. If we
Tyler
can get him to yeah, because he runs Quick U. That's his company. That's what they do. Is they evaluate film.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's got a lot at stake with this, man. I'm telling you, it could be a real problem moving forward. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you combat it.
Well, you're just gonna have to send the guy down there and let him have some nachos and watch the football game. And watch the ball.
Look at how many kids there is to watch.
Well, I know.
How many people you got on your staff?
I mean, that's going to take things back to the 1940s.
And I can see one picture. I mean, one of the runners, I can't remember, he was running and had the ball, and the ball just disappeared, and it reappeared. Yeah, and the ball.
Well, it's like I said, you could tell something, like the very first pass, it was just a moon ball. So it didn't look right, but that stuff's going to get better. And when it does, you ain't going to be able to tell. You're going to think, man, that's the fastest kid I've ever seen. But
well, I don't know. The whole world's coming to this stuff, so you don't know what the hell's true or not,
Well, you already know the kids in high school now are using like ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot and stuff to just write their term papers and stuff for
Yeah.
them. The whole generation that we've got right now, they've taken the easy way out. So, they're gonna. I can't make these kind of plays, but I can use AI to make it look like I can.
Well, and what they could do, all they're worried about, well, I'm not saying all they're worried about, but a lot of what they're worried about is signing that one big deal with the school. So I put out these highlights, and you're signing me and paying me based on what you're seeing on these highlights, which isn't even real.
Yep. Well, a lot of it. All right, so I guess instead of going and watching we'll watch what we got, what we can get to. But I think it's going to come down to let's do some hosting camps again. That's where you're gonna have to bring the kids into your campus and let them do their kind of put on mini combines, I guess is the way to say it, where you can see what these kids can do.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Or get unedited instead of going through places like all right. Quick U is supposed to be for that, right? So Quick U takes the all 22 film footage. That like Pete's Pigskin preview, what they use, he uses an all 22 copy, right? And they're gonna have to start looking at the whole film. They ain't gonna be able to look at cut-ups because you ain't gonna be able to trust cut-ups. They're gonna have to make their own cut-ups off of the all 22 copy from the school. That's it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. That's a lot of trouble to go through, man.
I don't think Ole Miss is a client. I don't think Ole Miss is a client of Quick U, but I do know Mississippi State is. I know several Big Ten schools are. I want to say Indiana is one of them. And obviously that worked well for them.
Yeah.
But,
yes, it did.
So what I'm saying, it's going to come down to, we're going to have to get in services like Quick U or one of these others that we can absolutely, they'll validate or they would, guarantee the validity of the film footage in which we're watching.
So you're going to just have to trust them.
Well, we would if we were taking the film footage given to us by the kids. But if we go through Quick U or a similar service, they guarantee that it's real footage. We took their all 22 copy, and we done the cut-ups for you. So they're guaranteed that what you're seeing is actual real footage, not AI generated.
Yeah. Either way, it's just a crazy deal, man.
Yep. Different world we're in, man. I'm telling you, it's scaring the crap out of me. It really is.
Man. Think of the lives. Think of the lives. I mean, forget sports. Just the lives altered because somebody knows what they're doing, puts together this AI video that has you doing XYZ, and you didn't do it.
Well, think of how many college degrees are given out, and they don't know what the hell they're doing too.
Man, ain't that a fact?
You take an engineer that's supposed to know how to build a bridge, and drive over that sucker, and poof, yeah.
Well, that doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy, Don.
No, not right this moment, though. And, the only other from the board, my other from the board, I don't know, Metal, did you see that where that guy from Atlanta called up he was an Ole Miss season ticket football holder, but because he lives in Atlanta, he wasn't able to go but to maybe 3 games a year. So he'd give pretty much give away every one of his tickets to other rebels to sit in his seat so someone would be in it. But because he's using the app, the Ole Miss ticket, the app, it's just transferring tickets, that he got tagged as a broker, and Ole Miss denied his renewal, would not allow him to buy his tickets. Did you see that one, Metal?
I did see that. And I also saw several comments from others that were saying, well, that's probably going to happen to me because I do the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
I get season tickets, but I can't go to every game, so I make sure Rebels are in my seat, but it's going to look like that I'm brokering tickets.
Right. And see, and that's the thing. I bought them season tickets for basketball, and I never sat in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
I transferred every single one of them. You sat in it for the Texas A&M game that time, and I offered a pair to you at any time, Dump. Remember, I texted you about it when I first got them. I said, man, if you ever decide you want to go up for a basketball game, I got a pair. And, I'm probably not going to go, but I got them. And so I transferred every one of them. That was Beard's first year.
Yeah.
And so, but you know what? They turned around that very next year and went to calling me. We want you to renew. We want you to renew. You know what I mean? They called me again this year, wanting me to renew. So, I don't see how they can just do that to that guy, man, because I totally understand what he's done.
I completely understand. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, he wasn't out there trying to make.
They got a couple of guys, and I'm not sure if it was Brad Logan or whatever, but he's always on Twitter and stuff saying, "Hey, let's give some of these people that are less fortunate, never been to a game. If you got tickets you're not going to use, let me know, and I'll get them to people that want to use them."
Yeah.
Not sure if it was.
Well, back. Back when we used to have the paper tickets, I used to, every game I couldn't go to, now the SEC games I never have any problems, somebody was going to buy them, but I didn't try to get one extra penny. I sold them for face value. But the tickets for, like, let's say Citadel, when you know you're not going to get nobody definitely ain't going to give you full price for that, well, I would mail them up there to the university's chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and they would take kids, from the local high schools and stuff to these games. And it turned out to be a charitable donation. I give the tickets away to a nonprofit, and I claimed the cost of the tickets on taxes. But, I really didn't do it for that purpose. I done it so, there'd be some kids in the seats.
Yeah.
But those are paper tickets, and they couldn't track it. But this app now, that's the only way you got tickets now, is on that app.
Mm-hmm.
And they can track your movements, what you do with them. Do you sit in them or someone else sit in them? So I just thought that was kind of, I don't know. I don't think we're to a point where we can start turning. I don't think we've got to a point in our fandom where we can turn down people wanting to buy our tickets.
That's what I was thinking.
So, other than that, the only other thing I had from the board this week, obviously I allowed myself to get suckered into a conversation with old JP or whatever on the defunding of the basketball program. And I at the end of the day, man,
Let's throw these things around.
Hey, drop. You want some?
I'm dealing with complete stupidity. Yeah, we're still recording.
Well, like you said, you let yourself get suckered in.
Yeah. It happens. Me and Metal sometimes we can just ignore them, but more times than not, we allowed ourselves to get drawn in and get in arguments with them. But, well, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this episode. Well, you got anything else? Closing arguments there, Mr. Metal Rail?
No, I'm good.
Dump?
Good to have Dump back.
I just think we
Yep.
have we got 5 games to right the ship and, get a cruising pretty good there. So let's see what happens,
Yep. Obviously, all eyes will be on Austin, Texas in 2 weeks. We'll see. We'll definitely have a finger on the pulse of what Rebel baseball is then,
Yeah.
for sure. So,
I think it's going to be okay.
All right.
Get a couple
Yep.
couple bats going,
yep. Well, all right, Rebels. That's all we have for episode 23 of the Rebel Nation Conversation. Like Metal, I want to thank Mr. Dump Schaefer for coming in and joining us today. Talk a little Ole Miss sports. Glad to have you, Dump.
Glad to be here.
And again, as like always, if you like what we're putting out there, please subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comment. Let us know what you think we can do better. For the Metal Reb, Dump, and myself, until next time, hotty toddy, Rebels.
Go to hell LSU, and if there's a worse place, please go there.
Got it.